count off 1, 2, 3, 4 before we started?
I was distracted by your big ass head.
I feel like it's the Temptations.
My girl.
I was waiting for one of us to do the slide out like Kevin Hart talks about.
I wanted to.
No.
But it's a lot easier in this.
You would be the front man. Did you ever see the Temptations like VH?
The movie?
Yeah.
The VHS. It's not that
No,
old.
the VH1. I saw it on VH1.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. It's not
they might have
that old.
produced it or some shit.
No, they didn't.
Well, they always showed that one. They showed that one and like the Michael Jackson one.
The Michael Jackson one I've never seen, but the Temptations one I've seen.
Dude, the Jackson 5 one is pretty crazy because it's a biopic of the Jackson 5 all the way following Michael when he became older and famous. But they start like right when like Michael's a kid and when his dad, like a depiction of it, but like like of the time frame that his dad wanted to start a family. They were poor, living in just like the relatively okay but pretty poor neighborhoods of Indiana. In Indianapolis, I think.
That's crazy, being poor and just having fucking 6 kids.
Dude, they showed this thing where they're performing. Their dad gets him a gig, and he would have them rehearse all the time, and he would beat them. And
Jesus.
Yeah, he would say if they messed up, like he would tell Michael or the youngest one. I forget the youngest one. Is his name Sean Jackson.
Sean Jackson.
Who's the youngest one?
Reggie
Jackson? No. Are we gonna get canceled? His name was.
Let me see. I'm looking it up now.
I want to say it was Jerry Jackson.
Jerry Jackson.
It's Jerry Jackson. He's like, Jerry, no. Jerry, don't tell you go get.
Okay, it's Joe, Catherine, Rebby, Jackie, Jermaine, Latoya, Marlon, Brandon, Michael, Randy, and Janet.
Of course, Randy.
It's Randy.
I don't know. The youngest one isn't Randy.
Wait, no, this is not the right one.
Was it Randy Jackson from American Idol? He's not a part of the Jackson 5, you crazy bastard.
Holy shit. No, dude, the youngest fucking brother was Randy.
Shut up. No, it wasn't. Are you kidding me?
No.
I got to double check this because this is blowing my mind that not only did I forget this, but that's freaking hilarious.
You're not going to not get Randy Jackson's autograph.
I would have done the same thing. Youngest Jackson brother or boy.
I'm telling you,
dude,
1961, dude.
Crap, that's hilarious. So that's what I look like with an afro, huh?
Couldn't tell because you're bald as hell right now.
Oh, hell yeah, I love it. I feel like I'm going to start doing inline skating again, like the aggressive kind from the 90s. That was actually cool. You remember how like skaters and skateboarders look like they would wear like giant baggy pants and like
you look like the Black Ranger from fucking Brink.
My hairline isn't that bad, okay? It's not great.
Dude, that was crazy, dude.
It's not great, dude. But my hairline does.
Fucking people.
Can you at least agree with that, Falon?
It's as far back as the headphones.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about how far it is. Yeah, I got a big forehead.
Like,
I'm talking about like.
Did he just get a haircut thinking it was that cool?
No, it's to this day kind of bad. But the lining.
That guy's got like 3 wives though.
My shit's backed up, but the lining is not terrible. You son of a bitch.
Well, he's got 3 wives, so you can't hate on him.
Yeah, because he's the Black Ranger with money, Falon. I'm neither of those.
It wasn't just because he was the Black Ranger. He also danced fire.
It's not even neither. It's all 3, I mean, because I'm not black. I'm not a ranger. And I don't have 3 wives. Technically, I don't want to be any of those.
You don't want to be a dancer?
Hell no.
Why not? I've always wanted to learn how to dance.
Then do it. Show me what you got right here. Ready?
All right.
Spit a freestyle.
Do you know what the DJ named his son? Eric.
That was pretty good.
You know what his favorite kind of sauce is?
Go ahead.
Marinara.
Damn. Who told you these? Who told you these?
I have nothing but fucking good jokes. I'm tired of this shit, dude.
Who controls the would-be king?
The would-be king.
Come home.
Come home.
We didn't even introduce the show.
Yeah, we did not. We can do it now.
What did we start off talking about? The Jacksons.
The Jacksons,
Woo!
even though we were talking about...
We're jumping around a lot.
Yeah, because you said... I don't even know how we started talking about the Jacksons.
We were talking about the Temptations.
The Temptations, yeah, that's right.
Temptations.
The Temptations. Then we started talking about Jackson 5 and how Michael Jackson used to get beat.
Hawk to it. Yeah. He would make the youngest and Michael, when they would mess up, he would say, go get a branch. And they had like a short, like, shrub with no leaves or a small tree. They had like those really thin, like rubbery branches.
Like
and they would have to go. Yeah. In the movie, at least, they would go and break off a branch and bring it back to their dad, Joe. And then he would whip the crap out of them with it. Like they would be outside in the front yard getting the shit whooped out of them. And like,
no, daddy, no.
Seeing shit like that, it's funny. It is funny. Like jokes like that are hilarious, like from the movies and just like setups of like kids getting beat. But if you were a kid getting like mercies, like it's one thing to get like your ass whipped for discipline, but when you would just get your ass whooped, it'd be like, fuck, that's messed up. Because in the movie it was, and they show this part where one of the first gigs they got, their dad had lined up a gig for they would perform like at 2 a.m. in a strip club, and
that's crazy.
Something like that, or like at the very least, like they did a performance. They all went downstairs, and then like Michael and the youngest one came out, and there was just like a woman with her tits out, and like everyone was like, "Ooh!"
Hell yeah!
And he was like fucking 6. He just sang like "Who's Loving You," and he went down to like eat some applesauce like for a break. And then he walks up and sees like
saying ABC.
He's all like
ABC.
Those are some big titties.
Yeah. I can see. You fucked it up. Anyways, welcome to the Dude Baby podcast, guys.
That might have been the longest, dumbest intro we've ever done in our lives. It's like in our lives.
In our lives, dude. So before we got on this episode, Randy had the nerve to say that Mac Miller has no swag.
He does not. That is correct, Falon.
Well, I don't know. If that's the case, then how do you feel about Eminem?
Eminem has swag. He doesn't.
I'm not saying he's as good as Eminem. I'm just saying, like.
Okay, I'll put it this way. I don't think it's about something
Mac
you
Miller
have or
bumps.
It's not something you have or you don't. I think it's about how much of it do you have. Now, Eminem has a lot less than a lot of other rappers who have who just have like something about them. Like all of them are good. They all get good producers, so that they all make great music because the companies, the producers and management, they've made sure that they've made the best sellable songs while trying to do what they want. And Eminem has more than a lot of other guys. Like he's not the top, but he has a lot more. And then Mac Miller has a certain amount, but it's less than Eminem's and it's less than all those other guys. Like he has more than me for sure.
I was going to say, Mac Miller produces a lot of his own stuff, right? Like he wrote a lot of his own stuff.
I'm not saying he's not a good writer, a good musician,
I understand
or a
that.
good
I understand that. I'm just saying.
You're talking about swag. Am I believing like he's a cool dude? I believe he is a cool dude and a nice dude, but he's not. Okay, that's exactly what.
But that's the thing is like I don't know if he necessarily tries to put out those kind of vibes. Like,
I'm not saying he is or he isn't, but it's part of the genre.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's inherent to the genre. That's why
I'm like, look at James Hetfield shopping at Coach and all this kind of stuff. That's not necessarily a metalhead.
Yeah, maybe not anymore. But like the first couple of albums and like the things that have permeated their music throughout the years is that they were really living it. And they're kind of just like, even if they're milking it, that's fine. But they were like thrashy, poor, crazy dudes that all they cared about was making really fucking chunky, heavy music.
They were emo as fuck.
Nah, but dude, everybody
Metallica's the first emo band out there.
I mean, you say that.
Darkness imprisoning me.
What music
all
is
that I see? Absolute horror.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
That's emo.
No, dude, I just don't even think you understand what metal is.
I mean, I understand what metal is, but I'm just saying, like.
Okay, but that's the whole point of like, that's the same thing with that. I mean, you can feel that way. That's fine, but it's the same thing. Like, how much do you believe like they're not poser ability? like their poserness. And like you're pretty much saying like Metallica's not even that good. They're kind of lame and they're a little bit posery. Like they're trying to be metal, but they're not.
After the Black Album is shit.
Okay.
I don't even like the Black Album.
Yeah, the Black Album is great. You're stupid. But
No,
yeah,
the Black
Saint
Album's
Anger, that
terrible.
one sucked. But they've made like good music even in recent years. It's not their best, but it's still good and it's still kind of like thrashes. But that's all I'm saying. Okay, so Mac Miller seems like a bit more of a poser than most fucking dudes doing it, and they're doing it well. Like music, style, fucking what they're rapping about, and like how much it is like not just relatable, but also just how much do you buy into the bullshit? You know what I mean? It's like Jay-Z. Like, I don't think Jay-Z gives off a vibe of like maybe more of like a hype man than like someone who's like
Yeah, like, well, that's different. So for me, like, Jay-Z's definitely got like this persona that he tries to carry, but I've never been into Jay-Z that much. Like,
I mean, his
like one or two songs maybe.
but same. But could you at least admit he is good? Like his music sounds good. Like they did a good job. It's just like you don't really buy it. Like it doesn't do anything for you. But like the beats are badass. And
Yeah,
like he
but that's Kanye.
he raps really slow and like kind of like you almost see like, oh, that seems easy, but it's not.
Today is out.
Okay, but like it's not. It works. It's provocative.
I guess you're right, because I mean because there's like what are their names? Suicide Boys. Like,
I've heard of them.
And
I know I've heard their songs, but I wouldn't be able to sing you one. Poker Face, that's one of their hits, right?
I don't know. They're okay. I feel like that's one of those that like this one I'm pretty sure you've heard. Like, it's a very popular song once it kicks in. And I'm not a big fan. It's
Suicide Boys?
Yeah.
We can't listen to it live, but we'll do chorus.
It sounds.
Put up the mic. Put up the mic.
See, it's not bad, but this is really like one of the few songs that I've
Are
like.
these dudes white?
I would venture to say
You
yes.
don't know?
I don't know. I've never really paid attention in Suicide Boys.
You don't know, Falon?
You don't even know who they are, dude.
You don't even know what nationality the Suicide Boys are?
Yeah, they are. They look redneck. They look like gangster rednecks.
I gotta see this shit.
Look, this dude's literally. It looks like he's wearing a metal album for a shirt. I gotta get a glimpse of these warlocks.
Play the song a little bit more. Can I give you my honest opinion?
You like it?
It's fucking dope. Holy shit. Suicide Boys, guess what? You just got a new fan. I hope and your other stuff is good as that one.
But see,
was that a bad song to you? Did you like, let me play this one?
No. That's one of the. That's actually, I've heard a few things. But I've heard a few things, but that's like pretty much the only one that I like.
I don't know what the fuck you talk about, dog. That shit went hard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the only songs that I like.
No, I know, but you were trying to put them in the argument that you didn't even like them and they sucked. And you just showed me a good song that you're like, yeah, I like the song. You look like a fool right now. You look like a fucking fool.
I hope you're like a fool last night.
I hope you're not running in November 2024 because you just look like a fool.
No, I don't really. Never mind.
Are you okay? Falon just.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wake me up when September ends.
Falon just fell asleep. Dead air.
Yeah, dude, that was lame as fuck. That's
Sorry.
why I didn't. I mean,
I had like 4 thoughts at once, and then I was like,
yeah,
wait, what are we talking
I
about?
did the same thing. Well, we were talking about Mac Miller's swag, and we very, very much ventured off.
We've been on some tangents. We're just walking in like a very winding path in like a dense forest right now.
A dance force? I don't
Dance.
think we've been talking about rappers.
No, I know, but I'm saying that instead of kind
But
of.
fair enough. I mean, but see, okay, so if you're talking about dance, Mac Miller, you can dance to.
I said dense forest, not dance forest.
Oh,
What's a dance forest?
a forest that you dance in.
You
Duh, right?
actually thought I said dance forest.
Well,
That
maybe if you enunciated better.
No, I know I have a problem. I know I mumble, but I have to say that has to be the
That
name
sounds
of the
like-
episode.
That sounds cool as shit. A dance forest.
No, I love it. It's fucking hilarious.
Got
You're an
strobe
idiot.
lights, strobe lights going off. And
Dude, that's
shit.
weird. You know, they actually have those. Have you ever seen those like mushroom head, acid, like fucking beat,
Yeah,
like a
that's-
beat machine
that's
EDM
where,
festival in the forest?
That's
like,
where Jack Black was in Tenacious D.
fuck yeah, that's dope.
Thank God I found these fucking mushrooms. I was
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
starving.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah.
They have like some weird dance party in the forest, like during the day, with like beat machines. Like it's like a legit,
It's a rave.
event. It looks cool as fuck until like it looks cool on video, and you're like, oh, I almost want to be there. It would fucking suck to go to one of those. You have to do a lot of drugs to have fun there because, dude, it's fucking hot. You probably didn't like bring any water, so like you're slowly getting dehydrated. You took way too much mushrooms, so
Well,
you're
that's why-
tripping the
yeah.
fuck out. And then there's like a dude like banging on a fucking
A
like
mushroom.
egg carton shit on like a stump in the middle of the woods. It's going, and you're sweaty
Have you seen?
as fuck.
I saw this video once where it's like these females, I guess, paid for like a resort
Mm.
experience, and they're basically just grabbing branches like out of the forest and they're just screaming, and they're smacking the branch on the floor and all kinds of stuff, and it's like for them to express their feelings and get out all their
I've seen
like,
that
you could
video.
do that anywhere.
Yeah, the best. I mean, everybody does it, but I've seen that video, and the best thing to do on those is go to the comments, because then you realize like when people have enough time, like I would venture to say like 30% of the world is actually pretty funny. You give them enough
No,
time and they
dude.
can write it down.
Yeah,
They could all be
dude, no,
writers for
dude.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, dude. No, I think it's probably a higher percentage, but that's a fair statement. Like, excuse me. There's some videos and some things that people say. I'm just like, dude, these people are fucking hilarious, dude.
It's and it's crazy because how it could be like an actual like lucrative an action. Dude, don't even start with how many times you stumbled over your words like a fucking
I'm tripping on fofos.
newborn calf over a goddamn. Just shut up, okay? Let me tell you something, buddy.
Hey, let me tell something to you.
Let me tell you something.
Listen. Go on.
You were saying something.
I wasn't saying anything.
I thought you were.
No, you were talking, and then I made fun of the way that you said actional.
No, you said something.
I was saying about you. Let's just move on.
No, you said something.
No, let's just move on.
I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day,
Oh God,
and he was talking. Oh God, what? What's wrong?
I hate Joe Rogan.
Why?
Because Joe Rogan could be a great podcast
Because Joe Rogan.
if he would just let his guests talk more.
You haven't listened to enough episodes.
No, I've listened to enough episodes to be like, everybody that Joe Rogan brings on, he's just like, well, have you ever done it like on drugs or like on shrooms or tripping on acid or something?
I feel like you
I'm like-
watched like a news report about him, and then you didn't actually listen to any episodes.
No, I've listened to Joe Rogan episodes, but it's like you have Neil deGrasse Tyson on there, and then you're just asking him about him doing acid or shrooms or some shit.
No, I don't even
I'm
think
like,
that's ever even actually happened.
There's not enough shit.
And usually when Neil deGrasse Tyson comes on, he talks the entire time. And I'm not even saying that to be rude or making fun of him. It's a real thing to where it'll be like an hour straight of just him talking. Joe
Wait.
doesn't even fucking say anything.
I mean,
I'm not
he has
defending-
much more interesting things to say than Joe Rogan does.
I'm not saying I love his show and I'm defending him. There are episodes that are hard to listen to, whether it's him, his guest, or just in general.
I mean, that's anybody, I guess, but
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Not being interested, but that's what I'm saying. He
I just
has
feel like
good
he has
episodes
more
depending
than
on
that.
He has good episodes on depending who he has on. Like there's some guys that'll talk about like UFOs or psychology. All the comedians are usually pretty fucking funny. Like, because you let them talk enough, they're just gonna say a bunch of bullshit just to make each other laugh. So it's pretty funny.
That I also hate. Was that fucking? I fucking hate that
He's mad.
fat ass dude that
He's
comes
mad.
on all the time. Fucking. Why can't I think of his name?
Roseanne.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. God damn it.
Falon's phone is blowing up.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you I don't want to talk about this stuff on the podcast, dude.
Holy crap.
There's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Okay, but I'm trying to get to my point, but you derailed me with your fucking snotty Valley girl. Oh, God.
Well, why do I?
You like Joe Rogan? Oh, my God. Here we go.
So
I'm not even
because
gonna.
I don't like Joe Rogan, I'm a snotty Valley girl.
I'm not. It's not about Joe Rogan. It's that your attitude towards something of how much you dislike it. Of being like, oh my, I'm so bothered. He bothers me so much.
You're so bothered by me being bothered.
It was because it was derailing for some.
You're the only one staying off topic. I stayed on topic the whole time.
Okay, and cut. So I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day. You stupid fucking idiot, black shirted ass.
You have a black shirt on too.
Yeah, but I'm looking at you when I say it, Falon. Keep up, keep up. And he was talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, and he was talking about. You ruined everything, dude.
Just
God
say
damn.
what the fuck you were gonna say already.
No,
Because now I want to hear it.
no, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to tell you. Moving on. So what's new with you?
There's nothing new with me.
Well, go on.
I mean, what else is there to talk about?
What do you-
I have nothing going on.
What are you falling asleep to?
What am I falling asleep to? I don't know. The lack of sleep.
No, you don't. You don't jam music before you go to sleep.
No, not necessarily. 'Cause I don't like music playing when I'm going to bed because
Most people don't.
it's more distracting to me than anything.
Yeah. I'm not saying I do it all the time. I was.
Which doesn't make sense because I have to have the fan on when I go to bed because there's that subtle like
That's different.
humming.
It's like white noise.
Yeah, it's like a relaxation thing for me. But
Yeah,
I don't know how people go to bed with like whale noises and shit like that.
I can't do that either.
The ocean I can understand. I like the sound of like crashing waves and stuff. That seems soothing. I've never tried that before, but
There's this thing I used to do when I was younger, and I'm not saying do it to go to sleep, but even just doing it as like a meditation.
count sheep.
Not literally that. No. I would download apps for binaural beats. Have you ever done those?
Yeah.
What are they, Falon?
No, I don't.
Thank you. Anyway, so I would listen to binaural
for the
beats.
sake of the conversation, I was just trying to keep it going.
No, because I can't explain it to you.
Well, you can explain it to the people.
Yeah, but that'd be fucking weird. I'm like looking at you, telling you about something you already know about.
What if the people don't know about it?
I know.
We do everything for the people. Anyways, go on.
Okay, two people. I'm gonna explain it to you because Falon knows everything.
Mom, this
Falon
is for
knows
you.
everything. I would listen to binaural beats, and it's when you would have apps to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it would play a tone like a long steady tone in one ear at a certain frequency, and then it would do it to another one, but not a random one, but in your right one it would do with another frequency that harmonizes like in the notes.
Uh-huh.
And then when you hear them both with headphones, it creates what they call like a ghost note in the middle. So like think about your ears being 2 points in space, and then right in the middle, like in the middle of your head, like in your brain, you would feel the third note. You could hear it, but there was no third note. So you were like a and in the middle it'd be like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would harmonize and make a different note in your head. And it would almost
Oh,
like
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
massage
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
your like thoughts.
Yeah.
It was
I get-
weird.
That's an interesting thing.
And well, it was weird because they'd have special like note pairings for if you wanted to go to sleep, if you wanted to be awake, if you wanted to like get a little bit more energy, if you wanted to like be awake but like feel relaxed.
That's interesting.
So the
going to
note-
sleep.
Yeah, the
a
vibration,
lower, is it a
everything.
lower like harmony?
I don't know. I don't know if it's lower or if it's just make sure it's like a certain notes playing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, this,
because it
this
would have to bring you some sort of like serenity.
well, all of them are serene, but they do make you, they're supposed to make you feel like, I guess, stimulate a certain kind of emotion or
Yeah.
maybe awareness in your brain of like either be super aware, be
Well,
calm.
if it's putting you to sleep, I would imagine create some sort of like melatonin effect.
But imagine the one that's supposed to give you energy. That's fucking weird.
That's interesting. I can almost like hear it octavely. I'm not gonna do it, but I feel like to keep you awake, it would definitely be a high pitch.
Well, even right now, like if we're quiet for like a few seconds, isn't it weird how? I mean, I know it's like maybe the machines and stuff, but you'll always hear like a certain ringing frequency in the air. It's not silent. Like if watch, like listen, like
Well,
You
I
don't-
mean, that probably goes back to the fact that like sound technically never dies.
I mean, it can exist without air, so it's dead in
Wait.
space.
That's what I'm saying.
So it is dead. What are you talking about? It dies. It definitely dilutes. It doesn't go forever like light.
Well, I understand that, but
Then what did you
okay,
mean, Flan?
Never mind.
Then what did you mean?
It can be reflective.
Oh yeah, but that's not what you said.
I know that's not what I said, but
If anything, they have like certain kind of like acoustic arrangements to deaden sound. Have you ever seen that room where people go in and
well, yeah,
it's like
soundproof rooms.
no, but like the most soundproof one in the world, and it's like an experience where it's so quiet in there.
That sounds terrifying.
No, it is. They say most people can't. I think there's like a joking wager of like you couldn't spend a minute in here for like $1 million because like most people can't spend like a couple of seconds or either like a minute or an hour or something like that. But
There's also the reverse effect where, well, not reverse, but where they have completely blackened rooms and all you hear is sound.
that was intense. I remember they did that joke to the Jackass guys in the newest movie. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I watched past two.
Dude, I mean, I'm not saying this one's great, good, better, or anything, but it's
They're-
worth a watch.
They're all fucking ridiculous.
Minus all the dicks and shit. I don't like. It's funny, but it's like and it's not even a homophobic thing. But I'm all like, this is not that funny when like you've seen everybody's dick in this movie alone.
Jesus.
But anyway, in the most recent one, they lead two of the cast members, and I think it's Dave England and Danger Aaron, and they lead them into a room to where they convince them they're going to do a certain kind of stunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a prop room. And instead they fake it and they lock them in there, and like kind of hidden amongst everything are like crew members like in all black with like night vision, and like it's pitch black, and it's called the joke is called Poltergeist, and they're just fucking like they can't see nothing. You can see them in fucking green light, and like someone will just like whack the shit out of like one of them in the face, and like not only are they getting hurt, but they're fucking terrified because they're also like messing with them
Yeah,
psychologically by like touching them or like making sounds that there's certain things like a snake or some shit, and they're just like oh, and they but literally after that, you know, in the old movies, after like a crazy prank would happen on one of them, there'd be a lot of times, and no matter how fucked up it was, like even the guy who got laughed.
Yeah.
But in this one, they're old dudes, and after like that one, it looked like they were gonna die from a heart attack at any second. Like even during it, but afterwards, like they weren't laughing because you know what I mean. It was like a stunt they didn't even know was gonna happen, so it really fucked them up.
It's like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. But it was funny because like real shit was happening to him. I don't know, it's crazy.
Well, they said that's why that movie was so good because they wouldn't give him a script.
How long did it take you to find out that movie isn't real? And that did you ever think it was an actual documentary?
I didn't think it was an actual documentary,
Oh, sorry.
but I thought there was a lot of.
Flan just crapped his pants. I wish we had video because it looked like he just like he was talking. He was like, "Fuck, it's gonna come out," and he like let it come out, and then he was like awkwardly trying to keep going, like if he didn't take
I'm just
a
gonna
big
be like
shit in his
John.
He's like, the Blair Witch Project. you never
Blair
saw-
Witch Project. I didn't know that it was a documentary to begin with.
Mhm.
I just thought it was a horror movie.
So you always knew it was a movie.
that was supposed to be like a realistic take.
oh okay.
You
See,
get what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I know we're the same age, but I was young and like ignorant enough to where I think I thought for at least like a year of my life.
Yeah, because that's how it's. I mean, yeah, you're right. That's how it's portrayed.
how old were
That's
we
what I'm
when it
about
came
to-
out?
That's what. 99. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was 9, and I mean, like, of course, that you would say that's pretty not in the 90s. Not in the because I remember in the 90s when we had internet, if you went to like the Blair Witch Project like website, it was supposed to look like a memorial site. Like if some shit actually, like they did all the perfect kind of marketing, at least to someone like me back then, to where like even if people knew it was a movie, they were almost making it like an all around experience that like, no, it's real. It's scary. It's real. Like these people are dead.
Oh my God.
We're never going to see him again. And that's what's funny is that the main girl, Heather, she's in that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah. She plays like a small part where it's like an old girlfriend of one of the characters, and she tries to pass off like a kid she had from like another deadbeat on him, so she would just have someone to help her take care of him.
Yeah.
And it was the lady from fucking Blair Witch.
And now I have to see it, but that's funny. But yeah, dude, it was a terrifying movie, though. I will say that. I remember watching. Yeah, but it's because, like I said, they basically didn't give them scripts, and like they were like run through the forest, and they were playing like children screaming, and
so they're like, oh shit, no way, is
yeah,
that true?
We should look it up. I have to look it up, but yeah,
how much of that movie was like? It was almost shot like Tropic Thunder. It was like the ghost version of Tropic Thunder. Where they're like, we gotta put them in the shit. Damien, cut.
No, man, we fucking lost. We fucking super lost. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Like, I think I remember seeing some shit about that.
I typed in the Blair Witch
page outline of a story with the dialogue to be improvised.
The budget was from $35,000 to $60,000, which is the original budget, but the final cost of after post production it was $750,000. That's a big gap. Like they don't know that. There's a lot of like money off the books. There's a lot of it being snorted, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Mockumentaries? What the fuck does that mean?
It's a mock-up of a documentary.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I feel like you're making that up.
No. It's kind of like how do you say, like there's movies like that. Kind of you remember the Pop Star?
It aired on the Sci-Fi Channel?
No way, that's crazy. You don't remember that Pop Star fucking movie of Andy Samberg?
Oh yeah.
Is it called Pop Star?
Yeah, it's actually called Pop Star.
That's a mockumentary.
I actually kind of like that movie.
No, it's fucking hilarious. When he's Andy Samberg hits. Not all the time.
I thought he was gonna be the next fucking Adam Sandler.
He kind of is. It's just that theater's dead. Like cinema, that kind of cinema is dead.
Well, yeah, we talked about this last time.
Yeah, but that's why.
Yeah, comedy's not even in theaters anymore.
If he would have came out at the same time back then as Adam Sandler, he would have been like. I mean, he is famous in his own right, but yeah, he would definitely be up in that level of like the heavy comedy guys.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I didn't see anything about that, what I was talking about particularly, but...
See, you see how that feels? You like that?
What? I'll just cut it out and it won't ever exist. I mean, 35-page outline, what is the average, like, script for a movie length?
I have no idea. It depends on the movie, I would guess. There's some long movies that are like good and well done, and they have like very little dialogue. It's about
okay, so that one was only 35 pages for the outline.
Mm-hmm.
The average feature screenplay traditionally is between 95 and 125 pages long.
I mean, it makes sense. It's mainly just like I'm scared and what the fuck, and,
dripping boogers,
and they're just like them saying each other's names a lot. I just want to say I'm sorry, but it didn't say anything about them being all guerrilla Tropic Thunder style filming full on. I feel like you heard that in like 10th grade and you've just been saying
just telling everybody,
dumb motherfucker. We have technology full on. Look it up. Yeah, Snopes it.
Just like when we found out that Raphael was at least 10 miles away.
Falon is very drunk, you guys.
Like I haven't even.
He hasn't been making sense for a long time.
I'm about to give you a shiner.
I actually think we need to have an intervention of just like someone just busts in and they're like,
If I have an intervention for anything, it's gonna be about the fart noises that I make.
that's going to be the first thing everyone's going to talk about in their letters while they're crying. They're like, you never stop farting with your mouth. You're trying to make everybody think it's me. And it's not funny. It was funny for like the first 3 times. And now it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
What's funny is I've always said that I'm gonna be like on like a true life documentary, and my mom is gonna be like reading a page about how she's upset about how much I do these fart noises. And then she's going to drop the paper that she's reading off of, and I'm going to do the fart noise in front of everybody there at my intervention. And then my grandma's just going to like start crying and like all this fucking dramatic ass shits when the camera's going to zoom in on me and they're going to put the music and everything.
You've thought about this a lot, huh?
Well, I mean, I just figured that's how it would go.
Did you write this down? He's like, and then I want all of us to die on the same breath. God damn it. Everybody's dying. It's like, they're going to be like that guy from Dumb and Dumber who actually gets poisoned by the dumbasses. And he's going to be like, you son of a... Check, please.
JB had a good one the other day because 2 people at work bent over and I did the fart noise to the both of them. And JB says you can call it, instead of a twofer, you can call it a twofer. That's pretty good.
That white boy's so stupid.
I mean, he likes stupid sometimes.
I'll leave you all with a final thought. This is where we're going to end the episode.
Okay, what are we talking about?
So I was listening to Joe Rogan. I started it with I was watching it again. I fucked it up both times. I wasn't watching it, dude. I don't watch it. I'll see clips, but I don't watch it. I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day, and he was talking to his guest about the time he went to the Vatican.
Okay.
And he hired his own tour guide, a private tour guide, and that he was from France. And he was very knowledgeable. He was like I wouldn't say a kid, but younger than Joe Rogan. But he was like an expert, and he really knew all of his stuff. And he was telling them about like the architecture and the history. And then he was talking about the paintings, and he was explaining in the paintings why like the paintings and the statues in art back then, that they're all depicted with like a small winky.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that their belief, like in their culture, is that it was like they thought of big dicks as barbaric, and that it wasn't of someone who had class and dignity. That so like not necessarily small wieners were cool, but that like big dicks are gross. Like, gross, guys. Take your big dicks and get out of here.
Get out of here with your big dick energy.
We're painting. Can you get out? I'm painting. Can someone ask Roger to get his big dick out of my face?
That reminds me.
I'm painting. Wait, hold on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then, what did it remind you of, Falon? I lost my thought. What did it remind you of?
There's an episode on The Office where Dwight argues about the fact that Schrute Farms, which is his own farm, was a big part of the Civil War. Mm-hmm. And they end up going to this place that talk about the Civil War. It's like one of those fucking national landmark places, and they show you what happened and everything. Well, they see the guy's like, oh, Schrute Farms, I do remember that. And he's like, see, I told you. And he's with Oscar, the gay guy. And apparently Schrute Farms was used as like the men who didn't want to go and fight because they were basically gay. And they would do like theater and play music and like all this shit. And Oscar's like, I love this. And he's like,
that's fucking awesome. That's so fucking funny.
Do you remember what you were gonna say?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go on.
Anyway, so yeah, the tour guide was explaining about how big dicks were crazy savage and little dicks were like, he said class and dignity, and then I was like, who's the classiest, most dignified guy I know in my life?
Me.
I'm just kidding. gonna give everybody 2 hints. He's sitting across from me, and his name's Falon.
Man, that guy's an asshole.
When you think class and dignity, you think Falon. And
No,
they-
you don't.
and
You
they do-
literally everything that you talk about me on this fucking show is not class
And then
and not dignified.
you know they calls me Randy Savage. Woo!
Nobody calls you that.
End episode. Goodbye.
Why do you call yourself Randy Savage
Goodbye.
and then do the Ric Flair woo?
Goodbye.
Ooh, baby.